Hi there.
Hey there.
Good afternoon.
So, good afternoon. Are you ready to talk conflict?
I've been thinking about conflict all morning. It's not because I'm having conflict. I've just been thinking about it, reading about it, and really excited to talk about it.
I love writing conflict. And I was told you can never have enough conflict,
I've
right?
heard that too.
In what you're reading, not life. But
Yeah,
uh, but
as
we all know that conflicts makes us better people. So remember when you were at school and you had and the English was all about those main conflicts. So man versus nature, man versus uh, God or the supernatural, man versus man, man versus self, and I think did I say man versus society?
I don't know if that one was up there yet.
Yeah,
Man
it
versus.
is now. They never
Yeah.
used to have that one, but it is now. So here's a quick quiz. In a romance, which two of those conflicts are always there in a good romantic conflict?
Can you have one without man versus man? And actually, from my own writing experience, I cannot have one without man versus himself because, oh my, the head cases that I write about.
Yes, yes, those were my two as well, because often the obstacle, the reason that they can't be together is something going on inside themselves.
Yeah,
So yeah,
fascinating.
yeah, exactly. So, in all your reading, we're going to go over four conflicts, and we're going to do the same thing that it was last time, and that is I don't know your conflicts, and you don't know my conflicts, right? So, we're just going to have the fun with that. So, I will let you start.
I hope this is not too specific, but what if someone who you did not want to see again shows up? So that could be the ex, that could be somebody you had a troublesome, like someone who haunted you while you were growing up, and you're away from them and living your own life, and then this person appears. But yeah, the dreaded ex is a huge man versus man conflict within
All
the
those
situation.
unresolved feelings, right?
Because you just were going to leave them. You're going to leave them behind. Carry on. But then, you're not.
You're going to have to deal with that. And in that man versus self, that plays into the part of being unable to forgive another person or
Yeah.
even yourself.
Yeah.
And then that person, male or female, the other shows up and forces you to deal with those unresolved feelings. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
And it doesn't even have to be somebody coming to antagonize you. Like you said, those feelings of guilt or grief, you left a situation badly and the person has come back and they wish you no harm, but still it's that man versus self antagonizing state that it puts you in that you have to work your way through.
Yeah, that one is always a winner. So mine, and this comes straight from Angela Ackerman, who wrote a whole book about conflict in writing, but she had been saddled with an unexpected responsibility. I have a book coming out in November, and that's what happens there is the the male and the female lead have to take on the care of their 5-year-old niece. Um, she is the aunt through the father, and he is the uncle through the mom. The parents die. She is orphaned, and they are forced to take on this responsibility. But do you remember the movie? And I had to look this up just a minute. Life as We Know It. He is a sports director, up and coming sports director, and she runs a bakery. And they initially clash, but they occasionally run into each other because they have the same set of friends. These friends have a baby, and they both die in an accident. And they must take care now of this baby. So it's sort of an enemies to lovers trope,
Fun.
but it works so well because they're having to deal with their own personal ambition,
Mm-hmm.
right? And how that has taken them down a different path. So
And fun watching someone deal with that, thinking, I'm
because you
glad I
can't
don't
walk
have to
away
be
from this.
involved in that. You guys do it. I'll just watch from the couch.
But we all get that sometimes, right? Suddenly you have to deal with people that you didn't
Yeah.
know you were caring for an elderly parent.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Tough situation.
lots of growth there.
My next one is connected to my other one. It's when the character is just like stuck in their head. They want progress, but they feel like they don't deserve it somehow. They're stuck. And they might not even realize that they're shutting themselves down, beating themselves up, essentially. We get to watch them for a time until they come to their senses and move
Yes.
forward. Something happens that they have no choice but to move forward and break their boundaries.
Well, I think that's practically in every romance where they're happy at the beginning to just be where they are at. That's the whole thing where you're having to drag them through their character arc because they would rather just stay in their safe place forever. That's sort of the conflict of I was thinking with trying to run away from your love interest because you think that they're not going to be interested in you. So you have once again that inner fear of being rejected, right?
Yeah.
And especially for someone who means so much to you. And
Yeah.
that's enormous. I think that goes right back to when we are kids and are trying to walk up to that kid we like on the playground, right?
Yeah.
Forget about whether or not if you would wanted to walk up to the person you're considering spending the rest of your life with, just that small step.
It could crush you because we on the playground, that's a universal, that rejection is there. I mean, I think everybody's experienced that kind of rejection somewhere along the line. And then to get that from the person that you projected these hopes and dreams on, that's like so cutting and so hard
It
to
is.
step through that barrier. And I think it's very relatable. And I think that's why we enjoy reading it, because we've all been
Right.
there on some level.
And we always are. Like, you know, every time you go to a job interview, every
A
time you
writer's
go
conference,
a
whatever.
writer's conference, you know, that person in the elevator.
Yeah.
Whenever
Will
you
they
say
wait back at
hello and
you in
they
the
don't,
lobby?
yes, that's right. It usually works out for the best, but you know, yeah, I can understand, especially if you're in a romance where you might have had previous history with that person.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I totally love that. Second chance.
Yes, yes, yes. Second chance is so good. So my last one is kind of in the way yours two are related. Mine are related as well. And it is okay, having to work with an enemy, forced into tight quarters. And again, I think we mentioned in a previous video, The Hating Game, which is now a movie. But the office romance, where they have to be in the same place. And it's such a common trope to force them into the same physical space. And then they have to negotiate with each other because they're having to tamp down their hatred for each other and try to make it into something positive. But of course, you know, the romantic tension is just
there.
It's burning up the screen.
And we
right?
just love it. We love
Yeah.
it. Because
So,
in real
yes.
life, being stuck with an enemy, not very cool.
No.
Well, I guess if there was romantic tension, it might be cool. Cannot say that has happened. But
yeah,
with a like
you don't notice it's romantic tension when you're
when you hate the person, you don't know it's not romantic.
Yeah, that's right. And
That's
because
true.
It pulls in all those things that you're talking about, you know, about worrying about feeling rejected, right? You know, so you make a proposal to them in work. Their rejection of the proposal is a rejection of you, right?
Yeah.
Because
that just shows.
Yeah.
It's just layers upon layers of rejection.
Shame is a powerful inhibitor and a powerful motivator. So those are our 4, but I think I said the word motivator.
Motivator, because next time we're going to talk about 4 great motivations in a romance.
Right. Because you can't have conflict without a motivation. The two go together. Yeah.
Together.
You take care.
You too. Bye, gal.
Yeah, bye, gal.